These are the faces of Easter seals. Each of these children are able to live more productive lives today. In fact, Easter Seals has been helping people with disabilities lead more productive lives since 1919. It all started in Elyria, Ohio, and a Rotarian named Edgar Allen.
He started Easter Seals as a result of his son getting in a streetcar accident and losing his legs. And there wasn't good services for children, particularly kids that develop disabilities as a result of accidents. And his son eventually died. And he just thought that was a tragedy and thought that there ought to be, at that time they called them crippled children's clinics or hospitals that dealt with that kind of trauma. And he formed the first Easter Seal Society for Crippled Children. And his Rotary Club backed him, and the very nenext year, 13 other affiliates in the country started as a result of Rotaries in those different areas of the country, and Detroit was one of them. So we've been around since 1920.
Easter Seals is one of only 2 nonprofits in America that takes its name from a successful fundraising campaign. Easter Seals used to be called the Crippled Children's Society, but after launching an Easter-time fundraising tradition with stamps like these, they began to be identified with the flowery seals they made famous.
When there was a problem, after the Depression, it was really hard to do fundraising. The Rotary clubs had a hard time. At that time, they were so affiliated with Rotary clubs. And it was hard to get fundraising to keep the operations going. So what they did was they contracted with the Cleveland Plains Dealer newspaper, and they had an artist that actually developed a stamp, or a seal, if you will, and they sold that at Easter time. And the first seal was a picture of a lily with a child with crutches. And so eventually we were named after that campaign.
Stamps are still a major part of the Easter Seals tradition, but much has changed since 1919.
Easter Seals actually started out as the Crippled Children's Society, but with the eradication of polio, and this was actually a very good thing. It's nice to find your mission needs to be changed. And so what we did was we started to focus on people with all different kinds of disabilities.
Easter Seals continues to modify its mission to meet the needs of people in Michigan. Whether a child or an adult suffers from a physical or mental disability, Easter Seals is there to help people live life to its fullest.
Nobody seems to know what Easter Seals does. And that is because wherever we are, we do something different. One of the things I do like to tell people is we provide direct services. So when a client is in need of something, we're not going to fund research. What we're going to do is we're going to actually help them and try to create the solution that will change their life for the better.
I've been here 21 years. I get unbelievable benefit from it personally, from working here and seeing the families that we work with. And I work with the best people in the world.